Alright, guys, that's me, Terry, with Exotruck. We are getting started on Dusty's truck. It is a GD power or GD style Exotruck like mine. It's going to be built right here for Dusty. I'm really excited about this build because he wants all the powers. By all the powers, I mean what is usable. And I found what's about usable in one of these is about 600 wheel horse. A nice good number. Enough to have some fun, but not too much just to spin the wheels off of it. And still be, relatively drivable, street worthy, and sort of reliable. I mean, 600 horsepower in Subaru. Anybody knows that's not going to last forever, but it will last a while because we're putting some good pieces in it. Today I'm going to get into a little bit on the transmission end. I have part of the motor. Well, I got a complete motor here from JDM California, but we're only using bits and pieces of this motor, and I'll get into that more in another video when the secret short block comes in. So for today, we'll just run over the transmission real quick. It's your regular import JDM 6-speed. This is a version 7 6-speed. Comes with the Brembos. It is still 5x100. I would have liked to have done a 5x114 6-speed, but they were thousands more, and I don't know how much more worth it is, but it would have been nice, but whatever. I run a 5x100 6-speed. Hasn't stopped me yet, so I'm just going to keep going with it. Maybe we could have got some cooler wheels, so I think cooler wheels coming to 5x114, but that's the only advantage I see right now. Anywho, it's a version 7 6-speed. Got the Brembos, got all the axles with it. Got all the knuckles, got a test set of coilovers. Obviously not going to run those, but it's nice it came with them. Got a clutch, flywheel. Not going to run that either. Not for 600 wheel horse. And it got a rear end with it. But what's this? Yep. Some of you guys probably guessed it. It's wrong. Would have been nice if the importer knew that was wrong before they shipped it to me, but I've been talking to him. I don't know. He owes me a shipping label. Send this back. He said he was going to send it yesterday. Didn't get it. So, yeah, off to a great start. But when I did talk to him, he thought, oh, it came with the half cut. It should be the right transmission or the right rear end for this transmission. But I mean, you run that number, it's a 390. Final drive with the 1-to-1, so this is a 1-to-1, so it gets a 3.9 rear end with the 3.9 transmission. Some of the newer ones, like this rear end is off of, has a 1.1-to-1 transfer gear back there with the center diff, but they didn't start that till like 8ish, I don't know, somewhere in there. But this is not that one. This one gets a 1-to-1, so it should have a 3.9 rear end. He thought maybe over in Japan they swapped out the front diffs. I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, I guess you can put like a quaif or something in there, but it's still a 390. But anywho, to confirm that, I put a little, indicator in the axle there, and I spun this little guy here. But it spins pretty slow, and there's a reason for that. That's because I put the transmission in first gear. I chose first gear because it makes it obviously easier to turn, and it helps me turn it more so I can get a more accurate count on rotations. And first gears in this 6-speed and most 6-speeds is a 3.636. So essentially you just divide how many turns it takes to turn this, for that to go around one time. You gotta divide that by 3.63, and that'll give you your final drive or something like that. It's a good multiplier. It's not like just counting. It's not like just counting how many times you spin the input shaft, because it goes through a gear reducer. So you pick the ratio of which gear you're in and you factor that in too. So that's how that works. And then this one, instead of putting a axle in there and trying to count, I just pulled the rear cover and right in the ring gear, it's stamped 11 to 39, which is 11 pinion teeth to 39 ring teeth, and it gives you a ratio of 3.545, blah, 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 blah. So I was hoping they just wrote the wrong number on there, but it's not. That's the correct number. It's just for a newer transmission, and not this one. So I got to ship this baby back. Got a box. Bought a new engine stand, hold the engine today, so I'll use that box and some more packing, send that back, and then I will get my new one, and that will basically sum up the transmission. It's just going to be stock transmission, 6-speeder, built to handle some stuff. Stock rear end, stock axles, basically running the whole kit as is. The only thing I got to change, obviously, is the clutch. I don't know what clutch to go with. I run an X clutch dual plate in mine. I'll probably run the same one in this one, but everything's just getting so damn expensive. If it is going to be a dual plate, I'll probably go with the X clutch over a, what's the other one? That's the other purple one. I'm drawing a blank. You guys can remind me down below. But what the hell is that clutch? The other purple one. It's like the most popular clutch. I can't think of the name right now. But that's it. And then, like I said, the motor we'll get into on another video. But for now, I gotta get this rear end sorted out. There's a couple boots that are ripped. I'm gonna go down to the drive shaft shop in Lawrenceville, and they're gonna swap out some boots for me. So these axles are good to go. And that's it. So I don't know. Try to remind me down below what that clutch, the other clutch choices. I need one that'll handle, 2-liter, probably make 500 wheel torque. So somewhere in there. So, well, till later. See you guys.